Hi mamas, welcome back to Workin' Mama. Today we're going to do a little more comprehensive of a review of the Doona Liki Trike. So the last video we did featuring this product was our unboxing. We were very excited. We had just gotten it, pulled it off the front porch, and we have used it for, I'd say, a few months now. And I wanted to share with you some of the pros and cons of this. We actually used this as our only stroller on a trip we took for 2 full weeks, and I think that overall it did really well as a travel stroller. We don't have an umbrella stroller or any kind of other compact folding, so this worked out really well because it folds so compactly, and I will show you how to do that later on in the video. So some other things I want to call out that are great about this is that it has a cup holder. You can see Weston is trying to get his cup from it for himself right now, which also brings us to one of the things that's not so great. It does pop off pretty easily. So it's easy on, easy off. So it feels nice and rigid, and it can hold a good size cup. This is his Pura bottle, which is a straw cup that's insulated for him. It'll also fit like an adult size tumbler, which is nice. But being kind of at that curious toddler age right now, as you might well be aware of for your own kid, they're always like grabbing at things, and so he is constantly pulling this off or grabbing at whatever is in here. So if this is his, it's fine, although if we're outside, it might end up on the ground, and it does sometimes. Right, Weston? Yeah. So another good thing about this trike is it has padded shoulder straps and this little padding around the handlebar area here for before he's really kind of big enough to hold on to the handles. And all of those pads come off and are washable. So we actually had a big spit up issue and we had to do that, and it worked out well. Everything is nice and adjustable. Something that I don't love is that these shoulder pads are constantly moving and they basically never stay on where they're supposed to be. I think that's pretty standard with like any stroller or car seat though, really, to be honest. The shade is great. It has many different positions that you can change it to provide different shades. This is like all the way down. If it's like really sunny and it's beating right on him, we can definitely cover him for that. The handle for adults to use is nice and rigid. It feels solid. I really like it. The handlebar, if you can see, actually moves the front wheel. So that might be a little different in terms of steering than you might be used to if you're used to pushing a regular stroller. So it's just something to keep in mind, but it's certainly manageable and you get used to it very quickly. Like I said, this feels nice and rigid. You can also telescope this. This is as high as it goes, so pretty comfortable for me. I'm 5'4". My husband has no problem with it either. He's 5'10". But if you're very tall, it might be a little short for you, but you can certainly make it shorter if that's more comfortable. A few different positions there. There's not a lot of room on the handle. So one thing that we kind of tried out is put a little stroller clip on here to see if I could like clip a bag to this and would that feel sturdy. I will say that it's fine. The cup holder came off. I would say that it's fine to do that. However, it's not very comfortable because the handlebar only really has room for your hands, not much else. So if I put the stroller clip on there to clip like, I don't know, a lunchbox or something onto this, it's just, like it works okay, it's just gonna be under your hand. So that's something to keep in mind there. Another thing I want to talk to you about is the storage bag that comes on it. So one nice thing is that it does come off. You could toss it in the wash if you needed to. It is not very high capacity. So just to give you an idea of what fits in this, here's what I have in it right now. I put a little wallet for myself. This is a Jujube small set piece. I have to feature Jujube in nearly all of my videos because I'm so passionate about that brand. And then I have a couple other pouches in here. So this is what I use as our Diapering Clutch. So it's a nice big pouch, again from Jujube. It's called the Be Quick. And I have a few diapers, wipes in a white pouch, and a changing pad. So all of that in here fits very snugly, but well in there. And then I also have a large pouch. This is part of the Jujube B set, and I have that in here that fits perfectly as well. And that has a change of clothes. We call that like our blowout kit. So a change of clothes and a wet bag, things like that. So if we are kind of out for a long walk or using this as our primary stroller, you can use this, and it holds a pretty good amount. I would say you could either put this amount of stuff, or you could put a lunchbox in there, either or. There is no insulation on this pouch, so keep that in mind. If you're planning to put snacks in there, you would want to put an insulated lunchbox as well. Maybe something like the Jujube fuel cell or their newer Be Cool. There is a brake on the stroller that's very easy to use. It's just on and off with one foot, and it works well. You'll see, as you probably have noticed this whole time, that Weston doesn't really love keeping his feet in the pedals. I'm not sure, honestly, if that's him and his style, that he just really doesn't care to have his feet in the pedals, or if maybe I don't have them adjusted perfectly for him or what. But sometimes he likes to have them there, sometimes not. I would say mostly not, and therefore sometimes he is dragging his feet. So that is not the best situation, especially if he's wearing shoes. Like he is right now, he's wearing little freshly picked moccasins. Yeah, and so that's just something to be mindful of. Overall, we actually took this on a day trip. It was probably half a day that we went to the zoo, and it worked out just fine having this. So what we had was just this as the stroller. He really likes it because it's nice and like engaging for him. He can kind of feel more part of the action than if he's in his regular stroller. We've also taken this to the beach, not to push on sand. I would not necessarily recommend that because of the wheels. It doesn't do that well in the sand. We really had to kind of pick it up anytime, but if we were kind of cruising along the boardwalk, it was fine for that. So any of these kinds of trips, it works great as a travel stroller, a good replacement for an umbrella stroller. But just like if you were to have an umbrella stroller or another compact folding one, there's not much storage available on it. You're going to want to have your own separate backpack or diaper bag of some sort with you as well, because there's just not enough room for everything that you need in this pouch. It does hold a decent amount, but for me, not enough. Another thing to keep in mind with that pouch is it's not held on there by very much. So basically, there's just this kind of somewhat rigid fabric piece, and that is on this plastic clip, and that's it. So it's got that, and then this Velcro piece, so to take it off, you would just un-Velcro here. And this is how it stays on. So it's not going to be able to hold a ton of weight either, so keep that in mind as well. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to collapse this. Heavy to wear as a backpack, I will say, but nice and compact, especially compared to most strollers. and it all fits in there. The handlebar does not fit on the inside, as you can see, but there is the nice little pouch to put it in and the clip to make sure it stays nice and secure all together. And one of the things they market for this is that it will fit in the plane overhead, this whole piece right here. It does look smaller than a carry-on luggage to me, so we will be sure to test it and let you know next time we fly. So there you have it. This is the Doona Liki S5 Trike. And we have had a really great experience with using it so far in this stage. There are other stages and other modes you can use the trike in as Weston gets older, so we'll probably plan to do another video at that point. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give us a like. Please feel free to subscribe if you like this content and want more of it, to hear about other products and other things that make life as a working mama a little easier. So for now, we will see you next time.